Okay, let's unpack this. When you think about the engines of the global economy, your mind probably jumps to high-tech gadgets, maybe booming energy sectors, or perhaps the latest AI innovations.
Sure, the flashy stuff.
Exactly. But today, we're taking a deep dive into something far more fundamental, something that literally uh, underpins vast swaths of our global economy and keeps the world moving in ways we often just take for granted.
Right.
We're talking about wheels specifically, pneumatic and semi-pneumatic wheels.
What's truly fascinating here, I think, is how foundational these components are. Their impact often goes completely unnoticed, yet they are indispensable.
Mm.
They're quietly enabling everything from, the intricate logistics that bring your online orders right to your door to the essential mobility aids that empower independence for millions.
It's huge when you think about it that way.
Yeah, this deep dive isn't just about market numbers. It's about revealing how much economic activity these wheels represent and, frankly, enable. It's far more significant than you might ever imagine.
Absolutely. So our mission today is to really pull back the curtain on the global market for these, well, unsung heroes.
Way to put it.
We're going to uncover their vital role, track their pretty impressive growth across continents, and reveal some surprising regional dynamics. This is all based on a recent comprehensive market analysis from Cognitive Market Research.
A solid source.
So, prepare to have your perspective on the humble wheel thoroughly upgraded. But before we get into the numbers, we're talking about pneumatic and semi-pneumatic wheels. For our listeners who might not be, let's say, wheel aficionados, can you quickly break down what those terms mean?
Sure. Yeah, definitely. It's a crucial distinction.
Okay.
When we talk about pneumatic wheels, think of them essentially as miniature versions of your car or maybe your bicycle tires. They're air-filled.
Right, filled with air.
Exactly. And that air cushion provides exceptional shock absorption, really great traction, and excellent load distribution. This makes them ideal for heavy-duty applications.
Like what specifically?
Well, like forklifts in warehouses, agricultural machinery on uneven terrain, or even construction equipment where, a smooth ride and stability are absolutely paramount. They can handle significant weight and absorb impact, protecting both the load and the equipment operator.
Got it. And then semi-pneumatic, what's the difference there?
So semi-pneumatic wheels are a kind of clever hybrid. They have a solid core, so the big advantage is they never go flat.
Ah, okay. No flats.
Right. But they have an outer layer made of resilient rubber or sometimes foam that offers a degree of cushioning, much like a pneumatic tire, but critically, without needing air pressure.
So low maintenance.
Incredibly low maintenance and puncture resistant. You typically find these on things like hand trucks, push lawn mowers, maybe lighter mobility aids where some shock absorption is good, but the primary thing you need is reliability and, well, freedom from flats.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's this unique balance of performance and maintenance benefits that makes these two types so critical across such diverse industries. And that's why they are the focus of this particular market deep dive.
That distinction really helps frame why they're so widely adopted. It's easy to encounter these specific types of wheels every single day without giving them a second thought.
Oh, constantly.
From a forklift busily moving pallets around in a massive warehouse, to the trusty lawnmower you use to keep your backyard tidy, or even, say, the electrical mobility scooter that helps someone navigate their daily life. They are genuinely everywhere.
Silently enabling so much activity.
Exactly.
And their widespread use, as you point out, is definitely no accident. These aren't just, generic round objects. They are truly engineered solutions designed for specific, often quite demanding tasks.
Right, engineers.
They provide that superior shock absorption we talked about, protecting fragile goods, reducing operator fatigue. Then there's excellent load distribution to handle heavy weights without damaging floors or the wheels themselves, and exceptional maneuverability, allowing equipment to operate effectively in tight spaces. Think about how a forklift needs to pivot quickly in a narrow warehouse aisle, right?
Yeah, good point.
Or how a construction vehicle needs to absorb impact on rough terrain day in and day out.
So we're really talking about more than just a simple round object that rolls. We're talking about a highly specialized, engineered solution.
Precisely.
And it's absolutely vital to the smooth functioning of manufacturing plants, the intricate web of global logistics, major construction projects, and indeed, many aspects of our daily lives.
They are literally the foundation upon which so much of our modern world operates. ensuring everything from raw materials to finished products can move efficiently and safely.
Okay, let's get into the numbers then, because this isn't some niche, stagnant market we're discussing.
Not at all.
The market for pneumatic and semi-pneumatic wheels is anything but static. According to our source, this market generated a robust $3.63 billion back in 2021 alone.
Which is a significant figure, right, for something so seemingly basic.
It really is.
And the growth trajectory is quite stable and, frankly, pretty impressive. Projections show it reaching $4.35 billion by just 2025. I mean, that's right around the corner.
Wow, yeah.
And then further expanding to a substantial $6.23 billion by 2033.
Okay, so that's not just a short-term bump.
No, it indicates a consistent underlying demand that's expected to continue for, well, over a decade. It signals sustained global economic activity.
So that works out to a compound annual growth rate, a CAGR of 4.6% over that entire period, 2021 to 2033.
Right, a consistent 4.6% growth year after year.
For something as fundamental as a wheel, that really puts into perspective the unwavering underlying demand for these products globally.
It's a quiet testament, really, to ongoing industrialization, development, and just everyday needs worldwide.
Yeah, it tells us that this isn't some volatile market, but one with predictable, steady expansion.
Exactly.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, I think, as we start to see how this impressive growth is actually distributed across the globe.
The regional picture.
Right. Some regions are emerging as powerhouse growth engines, really driving new demand, while others represent these massive, stable markets that continue to expand steadily. It's a fascinating mosaic of global economic activity.
Yeah.
What's one surprising dynamic or trend you immediately noticed in this data as you looked at the regional breakdown?
Well, one aspect that jumped out at me is the clear distinction between regions driving sheer volume and regions driving the growth rate.
Okay, explain that.
Well, North America, for instance, is a massive established market, huge volume. But Asia-Pacific is truly the growth engine right now.
Right.
It's rapidly increasing its share and demonstrating the most dynamic shifts. This regional breakdown, it offers a compelling snapshot of global economic activity and, maybe more importantly, where industrial and infrastructure development is most dynamic.
Highlighting where the world is literally building its future.
You could say that, yeah. It shows where the action is, so to speak.
Okay, let's start with Asia Pacific then, which our source highlights as the largest growth engine for these wheels. It expanded from $1.19 billion in 2021.
A big number already.
Yeah, and it's projected to hit a remarkable $2.11 billion by 2033. This region also boasts a leading CAGR of 4.9%. That shows just how much dynamism is concentrated there.
And what's truly fascinating within that is the sheer scale and the pace of development. Within Asia-Pacific, China, for instance, is a true powerhouse. Its market is projected to rise to an incredible $821.3 million by 2033.
Wow.
But perhaps even more indicative of future potential, India is set to grow the fastest,
Okay.
with a 5.2% CAGR, reaching $379.3 million.
So India's growth rate is even faster than China's in this specific market.
In this specific market, yes. That faster growth rate for India really reflects its rapid industrialization, burgeoning domestic consumption, and these ambitious infrastructure projects.
Wait, lots of building going on.
Exactly. It suggests a significant build-out of new factories, logistics networks, and urban centers.
And it's not just China and India driving it, right? The report mentions others.
Correct. Japan will see its market hit $237.3 million, and South Korea grows to $131.4 million.
Now, what unique industrial characteristics or maybe technological advancements in those more, let's say, mature Asian economies like Japan and South Korea might be driving their particular segments? Is it just replacement cycles, or is there something else happening?
That's a great question. For Japan and South Korea, which have these highly advanced and often automated manufacturing sectors, their growth is likely driven by a combination of factors.
Okay.
It's certainly replacement cycles for existing sophisticated equipment, ensuring high-performance wheels are always in use.
Makes sense.
But it probably also reflects continuous innovation in areas like material handling, precision manufacturing, and potentially niche applications where really high-quality, durable wheels are essential.
So less about building new basic infrastructure.
Right. It's more about optimizing existing high-tech infrastructure and maintaining peak efficiency.
Got it.
And our source attributes this robust expansion across the entire region, including Southeast Asia, by the way,
Uh,
to significant manufacturing growth overall and just rapid urbanization. So new factories, new logistics hubs, new urban centers requiring everything from construction wheels to daily delivery wheels.
Fascinating. Okay, let's move across the globe. North America holds its own as a dominant player in this market.
Absolutely.
It actually led the market in 2021 with a substantial $1.04 billion.
The biggest slice then.
Yeah, at the start. And it's advancing to $1.75 billion by 2033, maintaining a solid CGR of 4.4%.
Yeah,
This definitely shows the enduring strength of its industrial base.
Indeed. And within North America, the United States clearly dominates the market share. It's climbing from $867.6 million in 2021 to an impressive $1.44 billion by 2033.
Big numbers.
Huge. While Canada will also see significant growth, rising to $235.5 million, Mexico really stands out here.
How so?
It's posting the fastest regional CGR at 6.3%. It's set to more than double its market size to $79.1 million by 2033.
Wow, 6.3%. What's driving that specific surge in Mexico?
Well, that high growth rate in Mexico is incredibly telling. It strongly points to robust investment in manufacturing, likely driven by nearshoring trends, bringing manufacturing closer, particularly in the automotive and general industrial sectors.
Trying to shorten those supply chains.
Exactly. Shorten supply chains, reduce reliance on more distant manufacturing hubs. It really shows vigorous activity in both the long-established, mature economies like the U.S. and Canada and the rapidly developing economies like Mexico within the same continent.
So we've seen the established industrial might of North America. Does Europe, with its equally mature economies, show similar trends? Or are there different underlying forces at play for its consistent growth?
Well, Europe presents an interesting parallel, but with its own nuances.
Okay. The report shows solid, consistent growth there, too, standing at $919.3 million in 2021 and projected to reach $1.53 billion by 2033. The CAGR is 4.3%, very close to North America's.
Right. It demonstrates mature but still expanding market. It's largely driven by its strong manufacturing heritage and ongoing modernization efforts. Germany leads the European pack, projected $309.7 million.
So no surprise there.
Not at all. Given its world-renowned automotive and advanced manufacturing sectors, it's followed by the United Kingdom at $243.8 million and France at $184 million.
And others contribute, too.
Yeah, countries like Italy, Russia, Spain, and the Nordics also contribute to this steady expansion. It indicates broad-based demand for industrial and mobility applications across the continent.
But here's an interesting detail I saw in the report.
Yeah.
The rest of Europe category. It demonstrates a notably faster growth rate, a CAGR of 6.1%, reaching $291.3 million by 2033. What does that tell us? Is that specific emerging European economies catching up, or maybe new industries taking hold?
That faster growth in rest of Europe is definitely a signal of burgeoning activity and a bit of catch-up, as you said.
Right.
It highlights strong adoption in emerging European economies, often those in Central and Eastern Europe, that are undergoing significant industrialization and infrastructure development.
Right.
They might be benefiting from EU investments, maybe foreign direct investment into manufacturing, or simply modernizing their own industrial bases faster now.
So it indicates a wider spread of industrialization beyond the traditional powerhouses.
Exactly. A wider spread of industrialization and infrastructure development, which is an exciting development in itself for Europe.
Okay, so while North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific certainly form the largest segments, the big three.
The heavyweights.
Let's not overlook the impressive growth trajectories we're seeing in other vital parts of the world. These regions, though smaller in absolute dollar terms right now, are showing incredible dynamism.
Absolutely. And perhaps pointing to where the next wave of industrialization is really taking hold.
Where should we look first?
Well, the Middle East, for example, is poised to post one of the fastest growth trends globally in this market, which is truly remarkable.
Faster than North America or Europe's rate?
Yes. It's climbing from $196.2 million in 2021 to a significant $374 million by 2033. That's at a substantial CDR of 5.5%.
Wow. Which countries are leading that?
Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and the UAE are clearly leading this adoption, supported also by Egypt and Qatar.
And what's fueling that surge?
It seems to be largely driven by accelerating infrastructure development, think massive construction projects, new smart cities being built, and rapidly expanding logistics sectors across the region.
They are quite literally building their future at a rapid pace.
That's a good way to put it. And these wheels are a foundational part of that transformation, moving everything from building materials to consumer goods.
Okay, what about Africa?
In Africa, the market for these wheels will progress steadily, from $119.9 million in 2021 to $211.9 million by 2033. The CAGR there is 4.2%.
Still solid growth.
Definitely solid. Within that, South Africa is set to reach $94.1 million, and Nigeria is climbing to $41.5 million.
What kind of drivers are we seeing in those key African economies, South Africa and Nigeria?
Well, in Africa, the growth in countries like South Africa and Nigeria reflects ongoing economic development, urbanization, and just increasing industrial needs. South Africa, with its more established industrial base and significant mining sector, would see consistent demand for heavy equipment wheels.
Right.
Nigeria's growth is more indicative of its expanding consumer market, various infrastructure projects, and developing manufacturing capabilities. It's a market driven by foundational economic build-out and the establishment of local industrial capacities.
And South America. How does it fit into the picture?
South America also adds substantial growth to the global picture. It's expected to move from $159.8 million in 2021 to $236.8 million by 2033.
And the key players there?
Brazil leads the charge at $105.6 million, followed by Argentina at $30.3 million, and Colombia at $20.8 million.
That was the story there.
Yeah.
Similar drivers.
Pretty similar themes, yes. These figures from South America illustrate consistent demand as these economies develop their own industrial capacities and improve their logistical networks. Brazil, as the largest economy, naturally leads, driven by its large agricultural and manufacturing sectors. The continent as a whole is investing in infrastructure and industrial modernization, creating a steady need for these essential components in everything from material handling to local transportation.
So when we look at all these diverse regions together, you have the established giants like North America and Europe, the massive growth engine of Asia Pacific, and then these rapidly emerging markets in the Middle East, Africa, South America, each with their own unique drivers and growth rates.
Right.
What does this all mean for the bigger picture of pneumatic and semi-pneumatic wheels? What's the overarching trend or conclusion we should draw from this global snapshot?
Well, I think this raises an important point. We see a clear and undeniable pattern. Industrialization, urbanization, and critical infrastructure development are universally fueling the demand for these essential components. It's happening across emerging markets, and it's sustaining demand in the established ones.
So they're not just products.
No, they are fundamental enablers of economic activity. They allow goods to move, construction to proceed, agriculture to function, essential services to be delivered efficiently, globally.
Their growth is directly tied to economic growth.
Absolutely. Their growth is directly tied to the growth and development of economies worldwide. It tells us that global supply chains are continuing to expand, industrial activity is diversifying, and our collective need for efficient movement is only increasing.
Okay, so to sort of bring it all together then, the market for pneumatic and semi-pneumatic wheels is clearly on a stable and, well, pretty robust growth trajectory.
Very robust.
Asia Pacific is leading the charge in both sheer scale and dynamic expansion. North America and Europe ensure consistent, reliable adoption, driven by their mature industrial bases.
Right, the bedrock.
And importantly, emerging markets in South America, the Middle East, and Africa are adding significant, incremental, and frankly, exciting opportunities for further growth. They're effectively broadening the entire market.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it profoundly underscores how the increasing use of these wheels, whether we're talking industrial handling equipment, various automotive applications, the vital agriculture sector, or critical mobility aids, it means they will remain absolutely vital. They are central to driving productivity, enhancing efficiency, and improving performance across multiple diverse sectors in the years ahead.
So they're more than just wheels.
Much more. They are critical infrastructure for a moving and progressing world. They support global commerce and daily life in countless ways. Their quiet but relentless growth is really a testament to their indispensable role in our modern global economy.
Wow. What a deep dive into something so foundational, yet, as you said, so often unseen. It's truly clear that these unassuming wheels are a key, if quiet, indicator of global economic health and development, quite literally carrying the weight of progress in so many industries around the world. It's remarkable how something seemingly so basic can reflect such complex global economic shifts.
Indeed. And for something so crucial, it kind of prompts us to think, doesn't it? Given their foundational role in productivity and efficiency, what overlooked innovations or maybe new material science applications are next for pneumatic and semi-pneumatic wheels?
Interesting thought. Like what?
Well, how might advancements in things like, say, sustainable materials or smart sensors embedded in the wheels themselves, or even adaptive designs for varying terrains, how might those silently reshape our world further in the coming decades, making them even more efficient, maybe more sustainable, and even more indispensable?
A great question for you, our listeners, to ponder. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.